the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. Not an easy stretch of basketball lately for Minnesota. Just one win over the last 7 games. They're not happy with how they're playing, looking to make amends tonight. And you hear Kyrie Irving's name, and you think of a playmaking point guard. But he is as deadly a shooter, Kenny, as anyone in the league from time to time.
I mean, the guy won a three-point contest, so no surprise there. You know, he's averaged, 2 to 3 three-pointer shots made in the last couple of seasons.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from downtown Minneapolis. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Timberwolves hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd. Some doubts forming early for these guys. They've gone 0-4 to start the season. They need a win, fellas.
And I think for Minnesota, they've gotten off to the kind of start teams just dread. They've already dug a nice hole for themselves.
Well, they've assured that it'll be an uphill climb the rest of the way if they want to get into the playoffs.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Grant is out there with Marc Gasol. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Trevor Ariza. And it's Irving at the 1.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Here's Hornacek. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Kings.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Butler gets to Gasol. Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Billups with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Back to Billups. Shaq with a screen on Irving. Billups goes in. Shot clock at 5. The offensive rebound. Duncan. And good work on the boards that pick up a second chance points.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now, here's Gasol. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. No luck.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Billups against Ariza. Billups dishes to O'Neal. Three-pointer. Billups, no good. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Clippers.
That final score really caught a lot of people off guard. I think we would have to quantify that one as an upset.
Yeah, I thought they really tightened up at the end, guys. I mean, I think they were playing not to lose instead of playing to win. You got to go after wins. You can't try to hold on to them. You got to go get them.
Dallas shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
That free throw good from Gasol. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. A chance now to go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with Rick Carlisle.
They'll be up against a future Hall of Famer in Tim Duncan in this one, and I asked him how Duncan changes what they do on the defensive end. He relayed that he told his guys not to be over-aggressive with him in the post, saying, if we start biting on every fake he throws our way, we'll all be in foul trouble. We can't let that happen. We'll see if they can avoid just that, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Now Irving, following Billups' three-point attempt. Outside Gasol. Outside Butler. 11 feet away, and he gets it to go. Butler's got his first basket of the night.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Billups with the ball, guarded now by Irving. Billups against Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Billups. Another miss by Minnesota. The Mavericks leading. Irving kicks to Butler. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Butler's got his second basket of the night. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Hornacek passes to Finley. Screen by Duncan. Billups attacking. He feeds it to O'Neal. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Marc Gasol. Minnesota shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
At the line for 2.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Irving. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Butler kicks to Gasol. Ariza has the open look. No good with the triple.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Outside Billups. Screen by O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. And Billups, here we go. And Gasol sends it back. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Here's Hornacek. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. On the wing, Irving. From 11 feet away, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's going to be on Chauncey Billups. Dallas shooting their second and third free throws tonight. First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Minnesota's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to O'Neal. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. For Dallas, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Grant sets a screen for Ariza. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Cans it from downtown. Butler's got 7 points in the game.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Duncan with a screen on Irving. Billups goes in the corner. O'Neal with it. Irving against Billups. 6 on the shot clock. Back to O'Neal. Hornacek for 3. They get the rebound. Duncan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. And he's good on the second.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
Dallas leading by 4. Irving dishes to Butler. Hornacek with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. The pass to Finley. Hornacek against Butler. Here's Duncan. Good D by Ariza.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Lopez a screen. Hornacek against Butler. To the inside. Lopez. No good. Duncan with some nice D. Timberwolves trail by 4. Billups with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Billups kicks to Hornacek. And he gets that one to go off the front ice. Hornacek's got 6.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Irving against Billups. Lopez, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Shaq with the screen. Billups goes in. Misses from short range.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
No good from Irving.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And here is Billups. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Screen by Duncan. Here's Hornacek. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here is Irving. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
Timberwolves foul. Gentlemen, that's his first personal foul.
The Mavericks have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And the first one drops. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Johnson, he's checked in for Shaq. T.J. Warren comes in for Michael Finley. Jones checked in for Jeff Hornacek. And it's Payne in for Chauncey Billups. Dallas also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Ariza. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Irving. And so he hits both. Minnesota's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Warren. Soft touch off the glass. Warren's got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Outside, Green. There's the pick. He dishes it to Butler. Joseph with the ball. Screen by Grant. Shot clock at 6. Pulls up. High post. And that is good. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Now Payne. Duncan left side. And again, it's Minnesota.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Outside Butler. Now here's Joseph. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Feeds it to Lopez. It's stolen by Duncan. It's Jones on the wing. Pass to Payne. Pass to Duncan. Floats one. Good D by Lopez.
It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, scrapping, Clark, for each and every rebound. They are not backing down.
Off the screen, he takes it up and lays it in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Jones kicks to Warren. The feed to Duncan. Screen by Jones. Duncan with the screen for Payne. From 11 feet away. Misses off the left iron.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Butler attacking. Dallas moving it around. Lopez a screen. And Joseph kicks to Lopez. That's good. And now a 4-point Maverick lead.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Now, here's Warren. Good D by Lopez. Guys, this offense very effective.
Point right at him.
And, guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Here's Duncan. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Here's Warren. It's Jones on the wing. The dish to Johnson. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Here's Joseph. Down low. That's a 2 from Butler. The wing jumper off target. And we reach the end of the first quarter. The Mavericks on top, up by 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto.
Almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been to a soccer game overseas, but they're just always cheering, rowdy, jumping up and down, waving towels. It's just a great atmosphere, you know, and it's inspirational just to watch the support we have, and it's something that you want to play for the country.
lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop in the opposing team scoring.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Marc Gasol. Irving is out there with Corey Joseph. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Green in at the small forward. The Timberwolves shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw good from Warren. Both free throws good from Warren. Dallas leading by 4. Gasol a screen. Irving double team. From 11 feet away. Cannot hit. And Minnesota will come the other way. And here's Jones. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Screen by O'Neal. Jones with it. He's picked up by Irving. Jones, no luck.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Gasol, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Minnesota, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Green. Strike. Irving with it. Morris a screen. Irving passes to Morris. Here's Gasol. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. To the wing right side. Now here's Warren. Covered by Morris. Clock is at 3. Puts it up from 12. Another miss by Minnesota.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Ariza, good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Now, here's Warren. He was all alone on that one. Warren's got 6. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Irving gets to Ariza. It's Morris atop the key. He kicks to Irving. Ring shot on the way. And the shot is long. Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside, Jones dishes it to Billups. Top of the key, Warren. Pass to Finley. From 13, Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. That's good from Ariza on the assist from Joseph. Ariza's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Hornacek's checked in for Minnesota. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Irving dishes to Joseph. Kicks it to Ariza. And Chauncey Billups gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Gasol is screen on Billups. Irving passes to Gasol. Back to Irving.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Now Billups. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game, and he gets it to go.
Shaq doing a nice job setting that screen.
Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Gasol. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Shaq's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Warren, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Warren's got 10.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Irving drives in. Again, Irving missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Billups kicks to O'Neal. Got it. Good job in the low post. Now it's just a 3-point Maverick lead.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
The pass to Joseph. Six to shoot. He feeds it to Morris. Rebound, Minnesota.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they kept the defense off balance.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now, here is Morris. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Irving against Billups. But they'll get another chance. Kept alive, Minnesota. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. Let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Minnesota making some changes. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Shaq. Johnson comes in for Warren. And it's Payne in for Michael Finley. Lopez, he's checked in for Dallas. Jimmy Butler comes in for Kyrie Irving. And the second free throw, good. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Inside. And the dunk by Lopez.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout. Over the last month, let's see how the Mavericks fared in the NBA rankings. 4th in steals, 6th in three-point field goal percentage, and they're in the top 10 in opponent field goal percentage. That's pretty good company. It points out the fact that they do prioritize the defensive end.
And that ranking in the steals category, airtight perimeter defense, is one of the things that makes this team go. Their aggressiveness, for me, sets them apart.
Grant, he's checked in for Dallas. Billups dishes to Payne. Johnson the screen. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And a moment now to see nice three-point percentage numbers on this list. A look at the leaderboard showing us the most accurate three-point shooting 2 men in the league. 3rd is Jimmy Butler.
These guys are gunners. I mean, they've got the green light at all times because of their three-point shooting. I mean, they are cash money.
Well, when they're shooting the percentages they shoot, I mean, you never want to see these guys passing up an open look from beyond the arc. I mean, they're firmly in the let-it-fly zone. All systems go with them. The fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Now here's Billups. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. 4 on the clock. He dishes it to Johnson. Payne. Timberwolves keep it alive. And it's Duncan penetrating. Stolen by Grant. Outside Butler. Feeds it to Joseph. Lopez, a screen on Billups. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded by Billups. Lopez, no luck.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Now here's Billups. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And checking out the numbers for Joseph, his last 10 games, he's averaging 3 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, his skill set is solid. He's a good ball handler. He makes good decisions in playmaking. He's really the ideal backup.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Green, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And so Billups nails both of them. The Mavericks leading. Joseph, the pass to Butler. Passes to Joseph. The feed to Grant. Wide open. Jump shot is good that time. Grant's got his second bucket tonight.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Payne kicks to Phillips. It's Hornacek on the wing, defended by Butler. Back to Hornacek. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Payne can't hit. Mavericks leading by 3. Grant with a screen on Billups. Green with the ball. Billups picks him up defensively. Green dishes to Grant. Now here's Joseph. He's covered closely. Three-pointer, Butler. Payne grabs the board. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. The basket good off the assist from Billups. Billups has got assist number 5 here tonight.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Now here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. From deep three-point range, rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Payne. Pass to Billups. Johnson the screen. Here's Hornacek. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Lopez sets a screen for Joseph. Down low. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist from Joseph. And it's 8 points for Brook Lopez.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Mavericks. Lurking in the basement of the conference for the time being. They're not pleased with their performance so far this season. And, of course, Minnesota. They're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
You know, right now, Dallas, they've staggered along here early in the season. They're going to be in for a long year if they don't make some real quick progress.
Well, good news, bad news here. I mean, the good news is they have time to make up the ground they've already lost. The bad news is they don't have enough talent to do it.
And Green gets it to go. And it's a 5-point Maverick lead.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Duncan misses. Dallas leading by 5. Lopez, a screen on Jones.
That's his first personal foul. Mavericks timeout call. All right, Target Center, coming onto the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
Joseph, the pass to Green. Grant against Johnson. Grant kicks to Butler. Off target from three-point range.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Jones against Lopez. Jones drives in, dishes it to Johnson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Mavericks leading by 5. Lopez kicks to Green. Dallas moving the ball around. Grant, that's good. Grant's got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And he gets it to go. 7 points for Duncan. 5 seconds left to play in the first half. Joseph. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Mavericks lead by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, we have Brooke Lopez with us. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Brooke, thank you very much. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. What a start for Jimmy Butler. He had 9 points and 2 rebounds. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint. Those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Jeff Hornacek really making a difference here.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
They got Finley. Hornacek's out there with Chauncey Billups. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Duncan in at the 4. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Billups. Shaq dishing to Billups. 5 on the clock. From 13. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Billups has got 5 now.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Here's Irving following the basket by Chauncey Billups. Releases from 15. Irving can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside Billups to the middle. Duncan. No good. Good D by Gasol. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now. especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Timberwolves have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Phillips against Irving. Gasol goes in, and it's Shaq with the rebound. Shaq's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Ariza against Billups. Outside Irving. Grant with a screen on Billups. Shot clock at 6. Grant gets a wide open look. Rebound Minnesota.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
There's the dish to Billups. He kicks it to Duncan. Fade away. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Mavericks have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Butler kicks to Ariza. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Billups against Butler. Outside Billups. Screen by Duncan. Billups attacking. It's good. This game is all even. Billups has got 4 this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Butler. 11 points in the game.
Take a look at what Butler's done. He has 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
This is his first free throw of the game.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
The first free throw is good. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Warren's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Markieff Morris is checked in for Horace Grant. He hits both from the stripe. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now Finley. He's got 5. Outside Billups. O'Neal a screen on Irving. Just 4 to shoot. And the wide open shot from Billups. And the 3 ball is good. Billups has got 10.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Irving drives in. Trying to break that ice cold streak. Good. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of them.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Here's O'Neal. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Shaq passes to Finley. Shoots off the step back. No good. And it's Dallas the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And they usually came out on top when these 2 teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Yeah, and very tough to beat when they're playing up to their capabilities. That's why they're one of the top teams in the league.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
You look at what Gasol has done so far. He has 8 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
So he gets them both.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Now here's Billups. 10 points for him. Here's Duncan. The shot is good off the backboard. Duncan's got 9. The Mavericks leading. Irving up top. He's guarded by Billups. Irving against Billups. They get it back. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Duncan with the screen on Irving. Billups dishes to Duncan. 13 feet away. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
Right, now, guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
He's off on the first.
Checking out the game Tim Duncan is having. 9 points and 2 blocks.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you can say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheet when you look at it.
And the second free throw, good. It's a close game here in Minnesota. Morris with the screen for Irving to the paint. It's blocked by Shaq. Warren kicks defender. A second chance effort. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Butler. Dallas shooting around 40% from the floor here. To the middle. Here's Morris. It's hauled in by Warren.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Irving. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Shaq with the screen. From deep, Billups. It's rebounded by Dallas. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish. Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Take a look at the numbers for Jimmy Butler. He's one of the standouts over the last month, averaging about 15 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And, you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistently.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Jones comes in for Michael Finley. And it's Payne in for Chauncey Billups. And here's Payne. Dishes to O'Neal. Poked away. Stolen by Joseph. Here's Irving. Finished off the break. And now an 8-point Maverick lead.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow.
The screen. Warren's got 12.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
For Minnesota, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Shaq with the screen. Pass to Payne. Now, here's Warren. Guarded by Green. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. 14 points for T.J. Warren.
Now we're talking. He abused the defender off the dribble and then just was able to glide in for the layup.
Irving. Goes up on the high post. Another miss by Irving. Timberwolves trail by 6. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Johnson, he's checked in for Tim Duncan. Payne with it. Shaq with the screen. Shot off the pick. Joseph with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 6. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Jones following the basket by Kyrie Irving. There's a good screen. Here's O'Neal. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Kyrie Irving. 7th in scoring and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And you made note of it. I mean, his points per game average is unreal right now, scoring whenever they need him to.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. O'Neal hits them both. Here's Irving. 12 points for him. Kicks it to Morris. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Dallas making a switch here. Grant's checked in. From the inbound, Johnson with the block. And they get it back. Irving tries to save it. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Payne passes to Jones. He feeds it to Payne. Shaq with the screen. The 11-footer. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Clock at 6. Here's Grant. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Grant's got 10 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Payne. And the shot by Warren, no good. And Joseph kicks to Lopez. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. There's the pass to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Shaq. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 11 points in the game.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. Body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. In third, the Mavericks.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
We've watched Warren play great basketball. He has 15 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line, not just getting there, but converting.
Jeff Hornacek. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Dallas leading by 3. Joseph dishes to Irving. Down low, Lopez. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Lopez. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Timberwolves trail by 5. 29 seconds left in the third. Johnson the screen. Warren the pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. He dishes it to Johnson. Here's Shaq. Soft touch off the glass. O'Neal's got 13.
Really another fantastic offensive rebound and putback. This is the second game in a row where he has just been ball dominant.
And on the way from Irving for 3. No good. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Mavericks ahead, up by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Timberwolves trail by 3. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Trevor Ariza out there with Grant. Then there's Irving. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Gasol. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Jones. 5 on the clock. Here's Hornacek. Duncan, a follow-up flush.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says, but still anybody's game.
Irving drives in, and the shot is good.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Chauncey Billups is checked in for Minnesota. Free throw, good, Irving. The Timberwolves trail. Outside, Billups. Shaq with the screen. Billups kicks to Hornacek. It's Hornacek again missing. Maverick shooting the ball at 42%. Irving with the ball. Billups picks him up defensively. The baseline J. Here's Grant, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Now here's Duncan. Shoots from 12. Here's Shaq, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one is on Ariza.
Check out the night for O'Neal. He's got 13 rebounds, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Grant with a screen on Billups. It's stolen by Duncan. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Billups.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Grant. Shaq with some nice D.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Hornacek dishes to Billups. Duncan with a screen on Irving. Billups passes to Duncan. Clock at 6. And Gasol sends it back. They recover it. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Mavericks leading by 3. Outside Irving. Grant with a screen on Billups. Irving double team. Grant kicks to Gasol. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 5. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Hornacek dishes to Billups. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Rejected by Gasol. Now here's Butler. Here's the teardrop. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Take a look at what Grant's done. He has 12 points and he was able to come up with 1 steal too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Timberwolves trail by 6. Billups passes to O'Neal. Feeds it to Duncan. Outside Billups. Shaq with the screen. Billups against Irving. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A nice shot by Hornacek.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Dallas leading by 3.
All right, Target Center, coming on the court now, your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Thank you, Doris. Now, here's Irving. From the baseline. And he connects with the jumper. Irving's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told Grant that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for big things from him throughout the rest of this game on the offensive end. A lot of the scoring burden will fall on him. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Phillips kicks to Shaq, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Now, here is Irving. Passes it to Grant. At the elbow, it's Gasol. It's Chauncey Billups with the rebound. Billups has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the feed to Hornacek. Not enough on that one as it misses.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Ariza kicks to Irving. Duncan with the block, and they're able to recover. Dallas moving it around. The second chance effort, and Butler gets it to go.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Billups dishes to Hornacek. Pass to Finley. Right side Billups. Screen by O'Neal, and Billups, here we go. Good. Billups has got 4 points now in the quarter.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Irving passes to Grant. Here's Butler. Duncan with the block. Grant kicks to Butler. Back to Grant. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty at the line. Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Finley to tie it up. Mavericks with the rebound. Gasol's got his 5th rebound in this one. Irving dishes to Butler. Irving gets to Gasol. Looking to end his cold spell. Cannot hit. And Minnesota will come the other way. Shaq with the screen. Irving against Billups. Up top, Shaq. Jeff Hornacek on the wing. Duncan with the screen on Gasol. Here's Hornacek. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Check out the game for Hornacek. He's got 14 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point lane.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Here's Irving. Rebound, Minnesota.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profiling. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
Billups with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Outside, Billups. The dish to O'Neal to tie it up. And all around that time before dropping in. O'Neal's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves. Irving passes to Butler. Back to Irving to stop the drought. And he sinks the layup. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Here's Hornacek. O'Neal a screen on Butler. And Billups, here we go. Now the feed to Duncan.
That's what I like. A nice, strong finish inside.
That's what he does. He's got that dunker mentality.
My goodness, physicality personified right there. Able to just go up and finish over the biggest defender.
Screen by Grant. Butler kicks to Ariza. And a miss there on the triple. For Minnesota, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. And the pass to Finley to take the lead. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got 4 rebounds in this game. Irving dishes to Butler. It's Ariza on the wing. He kicks to Grant. Outside Butler. Grant sets a screen for Butler. And that one goes long.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Now here's Billups. And Gasol sends it back. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Here's Billups. Now Butler. Outside Irving. Beyond the arc. Rebound Minnesota. Duncan's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Shaq is screen on Irving. Billups double team. Down low. Here's Duncan. Made that one as his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And that one's good. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. To the inside, O'Neal. No good. Some solid defense from Grant. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
And they don't want to let it slip away.
Gasol a screen. Irving passes to Butler.
2 minutes.
Fires the 3. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
He's not exactly striping him from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
Billups with the bucket.
No 3-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Outside Irving. Dishes it to Butler. Inside, and the dunk by Grant.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
.131 left to play here in the fourth. Phillips kicks to Duncan. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. It goes on Horace Grant.
A great job getting the ball inside right now. Coach really wants them to show some physical presence and toughness here in the second half. And that's exactly what they're doing.
The free throw drops for Duncan.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
All right, target setter, coming around the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
Mavericks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Irving for three. No good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Looking to end his cold spell. And Finley gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Irving dishes to Butler. Screen by Grant. And Butler, here we go. 13 feet away. No good from Grant. And here is Phillips. Duncan outside. Shaq is screen on Ariza. Duncan against Lopez. Shot clock at 5. Lopez with the steal.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
And it's Butler missing. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Minnesota, Chauncey Billups. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. And so here is Dallas, trailing here by 8. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
It's tipped. Warren the pass to Jones. And so the Timberwolves take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Tim Duncan.
Well, he came to rescue the team tonight, Ernie. Things were getting desperate for him, and the consecutive losses kept mounting. But he put him on his back, and he responded exactly the way he needed to.
He definitely put in the work down low. Used his size and his footwork. Got some big-time buckets, high-percentage looks. I think he really fueled their offense with that inside presence throughout the game.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.